What's up, guys? Welcome back to Austin Make Stuff. This week we're going to make this outdoor chalkboard. I helped design this sign for our Main Street program, which is putting on a farmer's market downtown, and we thought it would be handy to have a chalkboard so we could write down what kind of things you can find at the farmer's market. With this project you're going to need 4 8-foot 1x4s. The space that I'm installing my chalkboard is a 4x4 area, so I'm making mine 40 inches wide and 36 inches tall. So I start off by making one frame at 40 inches wide and 36 inches tall. What I'm going to end up doing here is making 2 frames and sandwiching a board between them. Although my second frame is going to be the same size, I did the left and right side at the full 36 inches, and then I'm going to put the top and bottom rails in. That way the whole thing pretty much interlocks. So this is just pine, and I need to make it a little bit more weatherproof by painting it. So I'm knocking the edges off with some sandpaper so that it's not so rough. And then obviously I'm going to come back with some spray paint and give it several coats, especially on the end grain because that's where it'll be most prone to soaking up water, and just several light passes of paint. So now I'd like to introduce you to the board that we're going to be using as the actual chalkboard. This is Hardy Backer, which is basically an underlayment for tile in wet areas in your house, such as bathrooms or kitchens or laundry rooms. That way, in case it ever gets wet, it's resistant to water and also molding, so it's perfect for an outdoor application such as this. Now, since my board needs to be 36 by 40 inches, I needed to cut 20 inches off of this standard board, and I did that with a box cutter and a straight edge. And all you have to do is pull it over to a lip and basically just snap it off. So with it cut down to size, I got the chalkboard paint, which is Valspar black. Just rolled that all over the surface, and I applied about 3 coats. So after everything was dried, I laid it all down on the floor face down, and I even put the chalkboard face down because I wanted to assemble this frame from the back so that the screw heads would be at the back of the chalkboard and you wouldn't see any of that from the front. All you have to do is make sure that all of the frame pieces are flush to the corners, and you just check for square, and I just did it by feel. After you get one screw in, you can kind of pivot the other end to make sure that it lines up with the rest of the board. After you get the corners drilled together, you just go around the frame, drilling pretty often so that the boards don't come apart. That's pretty much it. You just raise it, and there's your chalkboard. So I'm going to be completely honest, the fasteners that I used to mount this actually stripped out on me while I was there, so I had to actually bring this home, and I'm going to be going to the hardware store and getting some carriage bolts and mounting it to the sign itself. So I'll make sure to show an updated video hopefully next week, and I'll show you the sign, what it looks like when it's done. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and check back in next week, and I will show you exactly what it looks like when it's all said and done, and hopefully we'll get someone to write something fancy on it.